What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got a live run-through of the new secret variant of the new tank boss from Warframe 1999. From completing this, you will get a new ship cosmetic that looks basically like a mini turret on your ship. We're also in the new loading, or not loading, but the hangout area that you unlock from beating the quest. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, here's the turret right here. And of course you can change the ship to make it be in different locations on the ship. So there's definitely some fun to be had here with the variations of Fashion Frame. But yeah, we're not going to take too long with the build, just going to quickly show what I have equipped. It's not overly complicated to beat it, but you do just want to make sure you survive, because if you die in this mission, in the variant we're in right now, you will lose the loot. So that's not going to be what you want to have happen. So I'm on Protea right now, on Zombie Protea. So we got basically infinite energy and infinite shields. And these shields work for our teammates, and so does the infinite energy. With dispensary as well, dropping energy orbs and health orbs, it's pretty nice. Additionally, we've got some guns that can hit pretty hard, and guns that have good AoE and good like overall damage, like the Lex Incarnon, can be really good to hit multiple weak points on this boss at the same time. I haven't tried every gun in the game yet. Also, there's these new magnetic mods that are kind of cool. I haven't tried every gun in the game yet with this boss yet. But, like, you know, Exodia Contagion also seems pretty good, and so does some other stuff, too. So, Exodia Contagion Zaws, built for, like, corrosive, seem like they might be pretty nice for this. But yeah, do keep in mind, have not thoroughly tested everything. To make sure I can stay alive, I've also got my Invisibility Kubrau here. With the Stalk ability from the Huraz Kubrau, I can stay invisible while casting abilities that keep my teammates alive. So frames that are very good for this are going to be frames that can support your teammates, or just, you know, be really good for DPS. So frames like Dante are really good. We're also going to be on the Steel Path only for this boss fight, so keep in mind that for this special variant with the cosmetics, you want to do the Steel Path version. So, as far as what you need to do, is just stay alive and be able to shoot this boss to kill it. As far as the type of enemy it is, haven't tested again, but we're doing a special variant of this boss, where, unlike in the quest, this boss will become a infested version at the second DPS phase, basically. It does that on the normal version, but yeah, on the special version we got right now, we're getting some nullifier on bullets. So you're going to be in a lot more deadly of a situation. Additionally, if you die and your teammates don't res you, it's over. So, like, you really need to not die during this, which is why we're focusing on survivability so much. So, if you're playing a frame like Titania, or a frame with, like, a bunch of damage buffs, you can actually do DPS really fast. So we've actually got a Titania on our squad. Last run we did this, we actually forgot to do the special variant. So we're doing this for a second time with this squad. So, as far as what we're wanting to do now that we've loaded into the boss fight, the Steel Path only, is we actually want to go and find these somewhat hidden computers near the objective for the normal boss fight. So here we are at the objective, and here should be the hidden computer. So air quotes hidden. It's not really that hidden. So one of our teammates needs to grab one of these things that some of the rocket launcher guys normally need to grab that and just bring it over to that air quotes hidden computer. So once we do that, you're going to be forced into doing the hacking puzzle for the new 1999 update. So it's not too hard, but basically just if you mess it up, don't feel too bad, because messing up on this one does not really seem to affect getting the loot or not. So just do the hacking puzzle. Ciphers don't work for this, by the way. On this variant, you could do it in like the rest of the bounty, but this specific, like, you know, side variant boss fight puzzle does not allow ciphers on that hacking puzzle. And there's two of them too. So we just did the first step to activate the special variant boss fight, and now we're gonna just wait around and for the rocket launchers to drop. Basically, hopefully our teammates have been grabbing these things in the background. Now we can also grab the infested cache too for an extra arcane, because killing this boss on Steel Path or Normal Path is a guaranteed arcane drop. We can do that, and then we can also adjust. There's me using the cipher right there to skip that hacking thing. We can do that to get a double arcane drop. So here we are over here. Now DE did say they made it where the Auric and I can mark these caches, the keys for this thing through the map, but that unfortunately does not seem to still work. So you're basically looking for a somewhat hidden blue key. I'm not going to look around for it too much, but yeah, it will show up on the loot radar, and after it's fixed, it will show up on the the Oricon Eye as well, the landing craft ability. But yeah, it's basically an extra arcane and some rep as well. Now, also, if you look on the screen right now, and it says, shoot the Thermion RPG, that's how many rockets we need to shoot at this thing to actually activate it. You could save rocket launchers in between rounds if you really play it properly, but we're just kind of chilling right now. I'm trying to explain what we're doing as I'm doing it. Yeah, we're probably not going to do the infested cache, but keep in mind that arcanes are not a team-wide pickup, so if somebody on your team does open the infested cache, it can be nice of you to just, waypoint it for your teammates. Be like, maybe say in chat, I opened the infested cache. Here's an extra arcane for you guys. So, yeah, we're just basically playing the mission as normal now. Oricon Eye can mark lots of stuff, but it cannot mark the key currently, but it will in the future. So, now that we've progressed to the second area, here's the rocket launcher spawner just like before, and we're looking for another green computer. Did you see the green computer? It's not this thing. It is not these things. These are not the green computers. These storage containers, they look like it a little bit. But yeah, so just look somewhat close to the red wall you're trying to destroy, and it should be pretty easy to find. Of course, waypointing it can help. If you just know how to do the hacking puzzle, that's also helpful. That you don't have to, everyone find the same one, but found it over here. Second hacking puzzle, so no stress at all. Just do it. If you fail it again, all you did is just waste your time because it is not. Lose out on the loot. Now, something you do want to keep in mind, as you can see, my ephemera from my Protea's fashion frame is covering a good chunk of the screen. So, at times it is. So, if you have cosmetics blocking your screen, like ephemeras and stuff like that, just be careful because, yeah, if you keep... also, wisp modes. If you're playing wisp for this, wisp modes will cover the entire screen, basically. So, yeah, now that we've hacked both of those computers, those hidden computers, we are now ready for the secret variant boss fight with the special cosmetic at the end. So just do the mission as normal, grab those rocket launchers, fire the rocket launchers at the wall. Now, energized munitions does not work on the rocket launchers. Eclipse does seem to work on it, but also it does not seem to change how many rockets you need to fire. Just makes you do a higher number, it seems like. So yeah, don't worry about buffing your rocket launcher damage or energized munitions or whatever. And you could totally solo this as well. It's totally soloable. If anything, it might become a little bit longer of a fight with a full squad because of the way damage attenuation works in Warframe. So, now that we've done that, just gonna get some more rockets. And yeah, the amount of rockets you need to fire also probably scales with players too, so... Not too bad of a farm for arcanes. Once you get a speed run down for this, I would recommend if you want to speed run this, maybe you don't want to play face-off for whatever reason, or you just don't want to deal with daily rep lockouts, you could actually farm the normal version of this boss fight, and it is a 100% drop chance for arcanes. So, if you really get it down to a science, you could knock it out in 5 minutes or less if you're really crazy good at it. But yeah, most of the time, for these Steel Path runs, probably going to take, probably a little bit under 15 minutes, I'd say. But now here we are at the boss fight. Now, the things you have to worry about here, compared to a normal run, are going to be the nullification on hit. So if you're playing a frame like Dante, you're playing a frame maybe even like Protea, maybe Protea wouldn't be affected by it as much, but once your teammates become spam nullified, you cannot give them overguard in that state. So keep that in mind if you're trying to be a healer. If you are spamming overguard abilities, it might be beyond your control at certain points because your teammates are just going to keep getting nullified. So now that we're on the boss fight, we're just going to do it as normal. Shoot the vents to deal good damage to the tank, and then jump on it once you get far enough in the DPS phase. So once you've done that, you've already gotten to the second DPS phase where the boss fight will transform. Now, as far as skipping the animation, you cannot skip this first part of the animation, or excuse me, the cinematic. But it does look pretty cool, so totally fine with me, but you can skip the second part. And then it's time for the second DPS phase of the tank. So we did drop our overguard there for a second because I'm really not paying too much attention to this run. But yeah, if you're playing Protea, just throw out your shield nades. Make sure you got plenty of shield nades around if you want to be a really, really helpful Protea shield player. And just, DPS, this is where things have really big upfront damage for damage attenuation bypass can be helpful. But you really don't need it either. You can just use the Lex Incarnon. You can just use, whatever you're good with. And as you can see right there, I almost did die. My shield broke, but Protea's shield gate is very long. And we also have a Dante in our team, making it pretty hard to die. So I'm just going to keep spamming shield nades. And we're on to the healing phase. So for this part, you do want to shoot the infested tumors that are on this boss. And also make sure, as Protea, to drop a dispensary as well. Make sure everyone gets good, consistent energy and stuff like that. Just basically shoot it with relatively large AoE hitbox weapons that can just take out large groups of enemies and deal damage in a large area. But yeah, the cosmetic you get from this is worth all this, DPS shooting, guys. It is like a mini turret for your ship, and it just looks really cool. So yeah, we'll be talking about a lot about this update in the future, for upcoming videos. But for right now, I want to make sure I show this new boss fight. I do want to also shout out some of my some people in the stream earlier that did shout this out. I believe some of the world's first completers of this were in my chat earlier and did also tweet at Pablo. And I will link their names in the description because I can't remember their exact names. I want to say, I'm not going to even act like I remember the exact name. So I will say a linked comment with who did the world's first on this. It seems like that told me about this. But for right now, yeah, just more chill strats are fine. They said when they did their world's first completion, they played with double Dante. So that should give you an idea of how good Dante actually is for this fight. So get that Lex Incarnon charge. As you see, nobody's getting downed here. We have Dante and I'm almost getting down as I'm explaining this stuff, constantly, but with Dante, with Protea, even with Wisp. Like, Wisp is great for this with the fire rate buff. As we chunk the boss with our Lex Incarnon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Wisp can work too. Wisp is not going to give you as amazing a survivability, but the movement speed of Wisp is nice. I do like to have Wisp, but yeah, I would say Dante. Revenant also, quite a good frame for this. Now during this part, it kind of reminds you of an Eidolon hunt a little bit, where like the Vomalists are approaching the Eidolon, but it doesn't really seem that the enemy is getting close to it really does too much. But yeah, it's a pretty fun fight. The new enemies are pretty fun too. Not going to even act like... I don't remember the person who said this stuff in chat earlier's name, or the names of these enemies. So, yeah. But you can also look at the codex for the names of the new enemies if you really do want to. So I did get nullified right there, as you saw. I was not able to cast my shield nades there. I've also just got nullified again. Rolling guard is officially good, as we get hammered by damage. So, just make sure you're playing the game in a way that lets you survive. The worst thing that you can have happen here is that you die. So, as long as you are staying alive and you are, trying to contribute at least to the team kill, you're going to feel a lot better about getting that turret cosmetic at the end. Now, magnetic procs can be very annoying here. So, an arcane that can prevent magnetic procs, like Arcane Nullifier, I believe it's called, that can be quite helpful here. Now, we're almost done with the DPS phase here. Let's try out our Felarx a little bit more, see how that damage is looking. Okay, we're in the Felarx Incarnon form, not exactly the best way to do it. The shotgun mode is probably my preferred way for the Felarx. I'm also using a new magnetic mod on the Felarx too. Which is pretty interesting and fun. Now that the tank is dead, we got our under 11-minute kill on the tank. Pretty nice, and that was the special variant version. You get your Steel Essence, guaranteed Arcane. If you did open that infested cache, again, you will get another Arcane, which is pretty nice. And yeah, just get to extraction. If you did die, unfortunately, I'm not sure what the exact timer is, but if you died before you extract, you might not be able to get the loot, so just try not to die. Because also, it's not as fun if you don't earn it, with the whole getting to the end and stuff. But yeah, I believe if you die, like, really close to the end, you might still be able to get the loot. So that's why, not sure the exact timing on that one. But yeah, as you see, we had, a Saren, Titania, Dante, and Protea, and yeah, really, really chill, really, really easy. And a really, really nice cosmetic, as we see right here, the H-09 Apex Turret Sumdali, and a new Arcane. That's pretty decent loot, and pretty fun for a new boss fight. So hopefully you guys found this video fun and helpful. We'll be doing lots of videos on the new update, but I just want to get this one out there first, just to, for a little bit of fun and some big info. So take it easy, and thanks for the support, guys. Peace.